analysis looks at the 5 asset classes that people invest in. And those 5 asset classes are the exact same asset classes I talked about earlier. Cash and fixed deposits. Let me just say that I have money in fixed deposits as well, but I also have cash in money market funds. And I love the fact that it gives me stability. But the reality is Bank Negara is dropping interest rates. And so the trade-off is that, yes, you've got safety of principal, but you're guaranteed to lose money in the long run because of inflation. And the only way to beat inflation in the long run is to actually invest in risk-on investments. Now let's come back to the 5 asset classes. Cash, fixed income, meaning bonds, equities, investment real estate, and alternatives. Think about commodities, let's say, just to keep it simple. When I'm talking to my clients and I'm explaining this, I tell them, look, I will structure a simple portfolio for you, maybe 3 asset classes: cash, bonds, and equities. If they want a little bit more, I do cash, bonds, equities, investment real estate. They want more: cash, bonds, equities, investment real estate, commodities. To be able to beat inflation in the mid to long term, you must not just focus on cash and bonds. But in this environment where interest rates are coming down, there is a relationship in finance that you can actually very, very wisely start to harvest, take advantage of. When interest rates come down, bond prices rise. Strangely enough, REIT prices rise as well, real estate investment trusts. So with interest rates coming down, you got to ask yourself, do you want to shift a little bit of your cash into bonds and into REITs in particular if you want to make short-term money? Now, for many of my clients, when things really started to collapse in February, March, even by February, I was getting nervous and I was making changes. It was clear that the world was slowing down. So I expected interest rates to come down. Therefore, I started moving money into bonds and into REITs. And then mid-March occurred and everything crumbled. And I moved even more to REITs. But then it became clear that this economic crisis is going to be so bad that some tenants are not going to be able to pay their rent. As a result of that, I moved to safety and I did REIT bond. And then I realized, credits could come under tremendous stress. And for a while, I moved to cash. I love cash. I love the stability of cash, but I do understand the importance of taking care of long-term investments with risk-on asset classes so that in the long run, you do better than your personal inflation rate.